Hey guys, what's up? It's Alex here. Today we are here with the next episode of Motorsport Manager. So I'm going to be doing a live stream later, guys. So if you can remember to check out that, it's going to be at 4 PM British time. So this is going to go out at 2 PM this video, and then we're going to have the live stream later. So be sure to go and check it out. It's going to be the last live stream of the year, so it's definitely going to be worth checking out, guys. Hopefully it's going to be really exciting, and let's end it on a really good stream to end off the year. And I'll explain everything in that video about why it's the last stream of the year if you've missed it already. But we're going to be doing a short video here because we realise there's going to be, well, there's quite a lot of races in this season. So we're going to try and do the same amount of races we did last time. So we did 6 races in that last stream. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're going to try and get to the Ardennes races. So in this little video here, there's going to be 4 races. So we're just going to get to that, guys. It's going to be a bit more edited up than the ones before, so I'll probably just skip over like the practice and that sort of stuff, because I'm sure you guys don't really want to see that. You sort of more want to see the races and more sort of important parts in the sort of the votes and that sort of stuff. I'll include all that sort of stuff, but currently we're not going to be doing any sort of upgrade to our car at the moment, just because we're sort of running quite dry in terms of money, so there's not much point. So yeah, okay, we've got the first vote here. Low profile tyres. Okay, these low profile tyres look phenomenal, but they aren't the fastest way around. On the plus side, they're the second cheapest tyres available at 15k per race here, so but it will benefit the low budget teams. Okay, so I think we'll vote for this one. We don't want to vote, we just want to vote 1. Let's skip to the end here. I assume this vote's not going to go through. We'll see though. Ooh. Oh. So they really didn't want it to go through some of these big teams here. So interesting stuff. Anyway, let's get to the next one. So this is practice here for the this first race in this episode, guys. So as I said, this one's going to be a bit different. I'm going to be sort of editing this one up quite a bit. So let me know. I've not really tried this so far in this series. So let me know if you like it edited up like this, whether it makes it a bit more fun to watch because you're not having to sit through so much of the game, or whether you maybe like seeing all of it, like seeing all the little decisions. I haven't really, as I said, I haven't done this because I always thought that generally it might be better to see like a proper video where you don't see any sort of editing in it, but I thought might as well try it, especially because I want to finish off the season for tonight's stream, which is at 4 PM. Don't miss it. Also, guys, if you can remember to leave a like, it'd be epic. Anyway, let's see how we finish off this practice session. So I'm a bit disappointed with that, guys. Quite far down the order there. Big gap as well. Van Dort obviously the worst team by the look of it in this division, but then there's a big battle between us and McNeil. I mean, Hong Lao, one of our ex-drivers, is into the top 10 in practice here, which is quite worrying because we can't let them get any more points, because otherwise they'll be overtaking us, and then we need to score some points, which is going to be a tricky one. So 12th or above is quite unlikely, but we're going to do a bit of a change setup. Not on Perez, because she had decent setup, but Buglova didn't really hook it all up, to be fair. Didn't really hook, well, sorry, thingy in practice didn't really hook it up for us, so it's not too great. And I've messed this up somehow. How have I messed this up? Do that. Is it too much oversteer now? Do you know, I've thrown it off a little bit. Let's try and just go in the middle there. And downforce level, too much. Even more downforce. See, we want to get back to that, but we'll just leave it at great for now. Hopefully that's a bit better. Right, so instant result. That's the way we go in qualifying, because we don't trust ourselves. We know that. Don't trust ourselves to get a good result, even though, let's be honest, we're not in a good car, so we don't expect to be battling it out for pole position. But 14th, that's not too bad. For us, I say that's not too bad, and 16th, so 14th to 16th is sort of where we've been, really, just ahead of McNeil and Van Dort. I mean, that's exactly what I think, really. It's where we should be, but nice to see Buglova just get ahead of McLeod there in the Rosetta Corsa, which I'm pretty sure is the Toro Rosso, and the other Toro Rossos up in 7th, so that's pretty good. It's quite interesting to see Chariot doing so well here, but anyway, let's have a look at the race now, guys. This is where it might look a bit weird. I will edit out the race depending on how much action there is in it. Let's see how the race goes, and hopefully it's a good one. So, what are we going to put on? We're going to put softs and race trim, are we? I mean, who knows whether it's going to rain. There's a couple of clouds about, so definitely could could be interesting here. So we're going to try... We'll try something different on both cars here. So one's going to use the softs, one's going to use the ultra softs. So there's a bit of there's a big, oh look, 3 greats, that's good. So a very big gap, obviously. The ultra softs don't last that long, but Booklover's going to just have to push them. I mean, Booklover's quite good on the fuel and her tyres, if I remember correctly. So she normally ekes a bit more out of the tyre and also is good with the fuel. So let's see. So with Booklover, we're going to go full attack really here for these first few laps. Apologies, got a bit of a cold. Yeah, so go for full attack on these first couple of laps, and then we'll just see how that ends up and see whether we can get Booklover up the field a little bit here. So good stuff. So Booklover is starting a little bit further up the field, but Perez on those tyres will hopefully make it for an interesting race here, and all of the parts are a little bit better off now. Oh my god, how does Perez get such a good start? Oh, the suspension on Booklover is still not very good. Oh, that's pretty legit, isn't it? So Booklover, after, for what I thought was doing a good sort of strategy there for her, has absolutely fluffed it. And now is battling with the back cars. This is the tricky part of the track. Like, you cannot overtake through here really, unless you're side by side. Booklover though has gone for the move and got past. Good stuff. She's going to wear out these ultrasofts very quickly, lads. But the idea is to try and bring her up the field a little bit, because I mean, look at this. It's a tough call. I mean, Bergman's just gone purple in the first sector. Oh my God, Bergman. Right, so I think now our parts are a little bit more reliable. I think we can start to push a little bit more with the cars. Booklover's doing a good job here, but then Flores is trying to... We got ahead of Flores! Something we could never achieve in Tier 2. Well, especially in qualifying, but you know my point. You know my point. So we'll back it off just for a little bit here, and then we'll push again. Let's have a look. 19 lap race. These tyres dig down mad quick. To be fair, we could get some soft. We could even get some super softs to the end. I mean, say they'll probably last. Nah, it's gonna have to be some softs. I think it's gonna have to be some softs, and say they'll probably last about 11 laps if I push them at all. So this could be a 2-stop race here. We could throw out something interesting here, but then again, I only put. The annoying thing is that now I want to use the ultra softs. I forgot to put in the extra. I forgot to put extra ultra softs on my car. Like, obviously we select how many tyres and what tyres we want, but as a noob I did not select the right ones. Oh, we're into the top 10 after a couple of cars have pitted, so interesting. It was really interesting to see how the whole field has played out. I mean, most of the people on the ultra softs decided to... Well, it's not decided to. They went to the front of the pack basically, and then it was just ultra softs all the way from like first down to 14th. Obviously now some people have pitted. Oh, Krantz was the only person that was the exception to the rule. Right, so this lap, what do we do? Do we go for a double stint on super softs? I think that's what we're going to do with Booklover here. We're going to fix that part, and hopefully we'll fix that one if we pit again. But we're gonna try a 2-stop here, and we're gonna try a 1-stop with Perez. So we're gonna split the strategy here. I think it's what we've got to do in this tier if we want to get some sort of success, is start to split the strategies a bit more. So we've done a good job with the tyre saving Booklover. Krantz on the harder compound of tyre has actually degged down the tyres more. So I think that's a pretty good going there from Booklover. So let's go and focus on Perez for a little bit here. Starting to get really done by other people here. It's not really worked out for Perez here, unfortunately. But to be fair, she might be able to help us out here by sort of slowing up the pack a little bit here. Slowing a couple of the people that might be racing at the end of the race. I mean, look, Booklover's definitely been doing a good job on catching up here. Just going to allow through. We're just going to go on to the more softs, I think. More softs. Fix that front wing, 'cause it probably... yeah, so it won't actually really affect anything here unless there is some rain. Who knows where that's going to play out. Interesting. Come on, Buklova, just get through. Nice and easily, please. I don't need any messing about between you two. And of course, it comes to this part of the track where it's just impossible to overtake. Oh, okay, so it's been done pretty simply. Good stuff. Thank you for not being too annoying, Perez. That could have been a bit of a nightmare. Right, so let's go and focus on Buklova. Oh yeah, but we're gonna double stop, aren't we now? So this is gonna be the stint of. Okay, so Perez has come out in last, but she can really go for it now. So let's see what she can do with these tyres. She can go flat out. She's not going to be lapped by anyone for a while. So Perez hopefully will be doing good here. And actually, she's coming up to the back of some people, but she can really burn through the fuel there, Perez, and hopefully something can come of it. And Buklova's done a good job here, to be fair. 12th position, definitely in the possibility of some sort of points if it plays out that way. So it's pit stop time for Buklova here. Let's just see where she comes out. Just come around the last couple of corners now. We're actually ready to get lapped as well, so hopefully this won't slow us up too much. Sharps also looked like she had mechanical issues there, which is interesting. So where's she going to come out? Oh, okay. Wasn't quite what I expected. 16th place. And only just ahead of Perez. Okay. That didn't quite work how I thought. I suppose it's because a lot of the AI decide to risk it. A lot of them are going around with those red markers next to their name, which is probably what I should do a bit more of. Because otherwise, there's no way I'm going to be battling. And the fact that I've just into his blue flag zone means that I'm losing so much time, and Prez can't overtake, I think, because she's stuck up in his blue flag as well. So 16th and 17th isn't too good. It means that Bergman is ahead of us in a Van Dort. Ahead of Skovdal though. Skovdal, don't know what's happened to them. So yeah, we lost a lot of time in that stint there. A lot of time in that stint. Oh, Sharp, the car behind. Oh, Perez has lost a lot of time now as well. Yeah, look at Sharp's coming out at me so quick with Ultrasoft's going to be fast in no time whatsoever. Yeah, I don't know, lost a lot of time strangely in that last stint there. Maybe we'll see what the other AI did. Maybe they went for a one-stop strategy. Started on super softs, then went to softs. Maybe didn't even use the ultras at all. At this point, it's the last lap of the race because obviously I'm a lap down, so we've got about half a lap to go. It is a bit of a frustrating one because obviously I'm not going to be quick, and there's no way I'm going to be quick in this first season. But it is obviously just a bit frustrating going from competing for race wins every time to really battling it out down the back. But it's the point of developing and getting better, isn't it? That you're going to have to go through the stage at some point. So not great, not great. Let's get to the next one, lads. So time for my home Grand Prix, Guildford. I can't believe we're up to round 8 already, but as I said, I want to try and make sure that in the live stream later today for you guys to get the season finished, because I realise once I stop doing live streams just for the Christmas period, I'm not going to be able to go through the series quite as quickly. So I want to end the series off with a bang, with the longest live stream that I've ever done. It's probably going to go on for about 3.5 hours, so it's going to be quite a lot of fun, and hopefully you guys are going to enjoy it. Anyway, time for me to knuckle down, Guildford practice here, and hopefully get a good setup, because I'd love to get a good setup for my first race in Tier 1 at my home track. I'm just getting to the end of the practice session here at my home race, and I just wanted to get them out in time to try and get this trait thing, the super soft tyres. I don't think we'll get it up to level 2, but what we need to do is get it past level 1, which we have done here. Maxed out the race trim, just got into the intermediate tyres as well, so pretty good stuff. And Buklova's setup's looking pretty good. How about yours, Hawcroft Jones? They're going to load at any point. Nope, it's not. Anyway, 4th and 6th are currently where we're sitting, which is pretty good. Great, excellent, good. Okay, we were having a lot of trouble with the speed balance for some reason. We just couldn't get it at all right. So I think we'll stick with that. That's quite encouraging, to be fair, to see where we are. But then most other people probably also set their times on on like not such good tyres. So we'll put those two on. Intermediate and super overtake. Super overtake's obviously big for the race. Maybe a bit more top speed could possibly be the problem. Let's try that. Intermediates, right. Take result, or instant result I should say, as we know. Yeah, you guys have heard it a million times by me already. So I'm hoping maybe one of us is going to get the sponsor objective, because we haven't got the sponsor objective in quite a long time. Just missing out by 1/10 of a second there. That's infuriating. But also, once again, ahead of Rosetto Corsa and ahead of one of the Catanos as well. And once again, a split between Inters and Softs. Look at the gap between Mikhailovic and Sudakov. What a gap. What a gap. Like 1.5 seconds that was. That's quite mad. A wet race. That will give us an opportunity, hopefully, to split the strategies up a little bit. So, it's inevitably going to go to... It's going to be going to full wets, even though we're starting here on pretty dry conditions here. So we'll put the intermediate tyre trait on, which is an interesting one. There we go, got a couple of perfects, which is great. So let's get to the race here. And the suspension basically has been the only thing that's letting me down recently in terms of the race. But then I suppose the brakes also or something. But we're getting the reliability done now. We just need to, I mean, look, that suspension is already starting at 49 or whatever. So we need to watch out for that on Buklova's car. But anyway, a wet race definitely gives me some possibilities to do something different with the strategy. I think splitting the strategy is just the way to go for me now, because that's the most likely way I'm going to score points. Otherwise, I'm just going to get the same position with both cars, which obviously would work out if I called it right, but obviously it's a lot harder to call it right in this tier. So we'll just see how this works out, lads, and we'll go for a bit of a push. Most of the AI have already destroyed their wets. Buklova is in 13th, though. Go on. Go on. You know, you gotta say go on son, that's like saying go on daughter doesn't really work. I mean, I'm saying, yeah, because she's a girl. Cringe. That is quite frustrating. That part went from, what, 49% down to 41%, and we haven't even finished the third lap. We've only done 2.5, just over 2 laps, to be fair. 2.5 laps now, and that's gone down by that much. It's inevitable that part is going to have to be fixed in some time in this race here, but I mean, looking at the weather radar, it's going to start coming down about lap 5. Like the weather's going to go back to, come back to being normal a little bit more. Oh, it's a crash, but then we know there's only virtual safety cars, which is frustrating. It was someone that was in front though, Krantz. Someone in front of us here, so that's good, I guess. If you say so, if someone crashing is good, but yeah, that's a really annoying thing about it. I just looked at the rules, because my friend, I just helped my friend out with a uni project. He's doing a uni project on this game. But yeah, the strange thing is there's only virtual safety cars in my rules, which is really quite weird, but also quite interesting. But one of the best thing about my rules at the moment, obviously everyone's rules are different each season, so they change, they're all mixed up, which makes it that's why everyone's career mode is interesting, because they're all very unique. But one of the interesting rules about mine is that we all got standard merit points, so every single team gets the same amount of money at the end of the year. So you know, basically if you go down, you're going to be quite likely to come straight back up. I mean, let's hope that doesn't happen. I mean, it looks like Van Dort are going to go down, to be fair, but I'm happy with that, because it gives much more of a chance to go up. And also, there's a vote later on in the season, isn't there, for spec something? I'm not sure what part it is, but it's a spec part. Bringing that into Formula 1 would be very important for me. Perez, quite disappointing that she's so far down here. I mean, Perez needs to pick it up. I mean, Buklova, over the season, has just always outperformed Perez. So I think we need someone to step up to Buklova's level. Maybe let Buklova be the one that's catching, that's trying to grasp onto it. Who knows? I'll tell you what, I'm going to pit Perez a bit early for some intermediates. Maybe lap 7. Wait, we're on lap 7. What? This chart thing really confuses me. Oh, they're on to lap 7. Oh yeah, look, it says lap 6 under this lap here, but it's lap 7. Lap 6 is the one before, I think. Could be wrong. It's 2 blocks a lap, I think. So let's pit Perez here, just to Might as well just do something a bit different with her. I seem to mess up her strategy quite a bit. Wow, that suspension's at 14%. Are you mad? Ooh, did I do it too late? I think intermediates are the way to go here, lads. Oh no, I didn't. Called it just in time. I think we might be one of the first going on to inters, which could be quite good for us here. I don't think there was any hold up for Perez either, so we went straight out, which is exciting. Don't know whether we can push that, unfortunately, because let's just go with it. We've got to be a bit more risk. We've got to risk a little bit more. Otherwise, we're never going to be getting good results. Anyway, Booklover's right up behind a couple of people here, which, when it all plays out, could possibly be near points. Let's see. We pitted a lap early to try and jump some people. Didn't. It's going to be close. We did jump one person. Okay, we're right in the battle with Booklover here. So guys, 2 laps to go. I tried to do something different with Perez because I found like she was never going to be getting. She's never going to be getting points where she was at. But look at this. She's really going for it on some dry tyres, and I think might be the fastest person on track. Let's have a look. She's going to cross the line any second now. This could be the fastest lap of the race. No, but 10 seconds quicker than the car in front. Or 10 seconds quicker than the cars around her on that lap. That's quite mad. Anyway, Booklover. Last lap. Going to have to save some fuel here. Cars are having mechanicals in front. It's interesting. Can she hold it off? She might just run out of fuel across the line though. Is she finished? Wait. I'm confused. No, she hasn't. Oh, could still get points then. Everyone's battling here. Let's go for it then. Last lap of the race, might as well. Come on, Booklover. Yes, round the outside. One more position, could be a point. Come on, to the start line. Boom! Yes, Booklover does it. A point on the line. Absolutely mental. Perez still getting blue flags. Banter. Cheaters everywhere. 4 positions for Slivlander and Naughty Verstappen also got 4 positions. By the way guys, I pitted Perez from 15th place and she fought back, so maybe it was a silly move, I don't know. Got Bergman on the last lap of the race. Anyway, Becker's up into 2nd place in the championship. Sharp leads. It's quite close at the top there. Unluckily for Steinman, Mikhailovic is rubbish. That 1 point could be so vital in the championship, guys. We'll see how it goes. Anyway, one more race in this episode, and the rest is going to be the live stream in 2 hours. Be sure to tune into that. It's going to be epic. Oh my god, how many character traits do you want? To be fair, I suppose... Annoying the other half. I suppose, to be fair, as many as possible is good, but it just gets a little bit annoying. We just want to look for the pay driver one. I wish you could just like click on the trait and then it would come up with all the pay drivers. That'd be cool, but I guess that's part of what makes it a tough game. You've got to be thorough with the scouting. Anyway, Golden Tiger, that might be an interesting sponsor to go with. Let's just see. Let's wait and see, guys, and I'll tell you. We'll see. Championship position. Why have I got that? What? Can you promise I'll come 15th this season? I have to say no way, but she'll get that morale back pretty easily. Just one good result, please. So I'm not actually sure how long this video is going to be, guys. It's sort of just a bit of a, I guess you'd say like a little bit of a trailer to what's hopefully going to be coming later tonight, because it should be a lot of fun. I mean, we'll see when it actually goes live, the live stream at 4 PM British time, if I haven't mentioned it already, which I have. So it should be a lot of fun, but obviously we'll see when we get there what it's going to be like. So, right, I think I can already tell from the way that's looking, we'll take some, even though it makes no sense at all, we'll take some top end speed off of Hawcroft Jones here. For some reason, that's the way the car wants to be. It doesn't want to have doesn't want to have so little downforce around Monza, which is kind of strange. It's the one track where you'd think, oh yeah, just take all that downforce off, please, mate. But anyway, let's just get this practice setup nailed, and we'll see you back in. Not too shabby, not too shabby. That's actually quite good, to be fair. So we finished the session. Well, Buklova's across the line, and third and fifth's where we're currently at. Obviously a big gap between us and the leaders, but we assume that because they're in monstrously fast cars. So that's not too shabby for practice. Obviously it was a bit of a wet dry session, so it's hard to tell whether that, yeah, most of those times were set on intermediate, so not really representable. But what we need to look at is setups. Were they any good? So it looks like it's going to be a dry qualifying session. So okay, good. That's a lot of purples. I think we'll just stay with that. I'm not going to fiddle around with that too much. 4 purples before I only had 1, so that's pretty good to end up with that. So I'm just not going to mess around with that, to be fair. Right, so let's have a look. Yes, Buklova into the top 13, which is our new sponsor objective. Perez, one of our worst qualifying of the year, but to be fair, Buklova's less than, well, just 0.3 of a second there away from Johnson in 7th, so it's nice to be a bit closer. It's nice to be close here with the car. So hopefully this can be maybe a chance of battling. I'm not saying definitely, but this could be a chance for us to be near the top 10. So it looks like soft tyres are the way to go. So that's what we're going to do with both drivers here. And good setups, and I think we're gonna. Well, we know that Buklova's good on the fuel, so we'll start her off with a bit of a push, and we'll see what happens with Perez. But now, all of our parts are generally better, so I'm hoping we won't have to stop at all in this race for part repairs. Like, I think we're there, finally. So, in that case, I think we might actually just push them both a little bit more. Let's see, it's a 13-lap race here, lads, and let's just do a quick look at the tyres, because this should be a one-stop race. It's just whether we decide to go for another set of softs or another set, or maybe split it and go with Perez, because I know she's not so good in the tyres. She can go with a set of mediums. We'll see. Maybe go lap 5 and then pit Perez in. Oh, okay, interesting. Anyway, Buklova in a battle. I hate when it does that. It like swings back and then comes back to the driver. It's like, just go to the driver, mate. Anyway, Perez is struggling, losing a couple of positions. Buklova's on a good squabble. Perez is just having bad starts. I think maybe this is her last season. She got us the vital points. That's the annoying thing, isn't it? It's like, do you have the loyalty, or do you just admit, yes, you struggled this year, so you need to go. I suppose we're in a bit of a cutthroat business in the way like that, because it's like, if you're not performing, you can't just be sitting there taking up the wage bill. You've got to be doing good to warrant it. So Buklova's doing a good job here. Can she get the overtake done? A big gap closed down on the brakes there on Lipponen. On the softer tyres here, Buklova, so should be going through quite simply. Not quite that easy, and Krantz now coming at us on the hard compound tyres. What? Oh my god. You serious? You actually serious? What happened there? She just drove off into the grass. I'll leave the bit on before. I'm literally just obviously going to be staring at the screen, but what? I don't know what she was doing there. That's a strange accident. So she just drove onto the grass and she retired from the race. So Perez is now our hope, which is in a way, it's good to have one car to focus on, but it's obviously now a lot more worrying. It's all on her. We can't really push the fuel either. She's marginal on that. So we're going to go and attack for a bit here, lads. I mean, she's generally got much better parts, so that's the thing. She can push the car a lot more. It's just the fuel. We need to bring that back. There's not much massive gap to the point, so if we can make the right strategy call here, we could make this work. And I think the soft tyres have done pretty well here. Saying that, we have been in a battle with medium runners. So I don't think the Graf's going to go to the end of the race on those softs, so I reckon they're probably going to try and... Let's have a look. I suppose they're all on hard tyres here, aren't they? Interesting. I think I'm going to pick some more softs here, lads. Risk it. We need to risk it now. No point in fixing any of those parts. We're going to have to risk it because Clover's out. Silly driving. So out the pit lane in P14, and cars in front: Ray, Bergman, McLeod, Lippinen, probably, and Johnston here. Surely all would have come out behind us, which could put us into the points here, lads. Let's see how this works out here. So they're all coming to the pits here, so it's obviously quite a quick home straight here. Are we going to get out ahead of them? I think we're going to go into the points, you know, lads. We're into the points. P10 with Perez. As soon as we said she needs to step up, she's gone and done it. Right, need to stop talking before, stop counting my chickens before they've hatched, because we've still got 3.5 laps of running to go here, lads. Well, actually, no, we've got 4 laps to go here. We haven't even crossed the line. So I need to not push these tyres too much. But Perez in a battle in 6th place. Johnston is not that far ahead, and Skovdahl in front actually has worn down his tyres a lot. So let's just see how this race goes. Could be plenty of action yet. So it's not the final lap for us, guys, but Perez has gone for the overtake side by side with Skovdahl, who's on old tyres. This is big to get this move done. Can't quite get it done. It's lost us a bit of time there, but hopefully down the main straight. There we go, into 9th. Awesome stuff. Becker's out of fuel. They're all probably just crossing the line anyway, so it doesn't matter too much. Becker, I think, was in the battle for the lead, actually. See all of our parts. We don't have to worry about them now. Sirikov out of fuel. We've lost this group in front here, lads, which is a bit annoying, but P9! Okay, 2 races in a row with points. That is very, very encouraging, guys. That's much better than I expected. But it just adds a little bit of annoyance why Buklova crashed. That's probably, I don't know whether she's going to have an injury from that or anything like that, but that's obviously a bit frustrating for us there. But 2 races in a row with points, 3 points in the last 2 races. Might not sound like anything, but for me, that means a lot right now. Hopefully that sort of secures. I mean, unless one of the other teams has a big weekend, we should hopefully keep the 8th, which is big for our bonuses. So nobody gets penalties, do they? Unless someone does the bottom. No, just Buklova crashing. Banter. So Perez, we said that she needs to step up, and she's gone and done so. So this is interesting, lads. We'll see how the rest of this season goes on in the live stream later today, guys. 4 PM British time. Be there for the last stream of 2016. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. Yeah, anyway, until next time, it's been Axel out here. Goodbye.